Viper Kitten.
Okay, so today we're gonna put one of these in this. Okay, I'll start by taking this off. This little fader cap. Then we're gonna unscrew these four corners. I always like to go diagonal. Then I guess you could take these knobs off either before or after the screws. Probably before, but I was excited. Oh, there's 6 screws. Got 2 more here and here in the middle. So we're going to take these off. I like to put the knobs on the sides that they're on, just so you don't put the wrong ones on the wrong bits, just in case. I can put these middle ones up top here. Get these last 2 screws. Make sure you put those screws somewhere safe so you don't knock them out. I'm going to take the top off. Ooh, look at that. Looks like we're going to have to take all the screws out of the sides here in order to get this out. Alright, so we got a smaller bit. So I'm going to get the smaller Phillips head. Take all these side ones out. Make sure it fits, as you don't want to strip these. Then the 2 bottoms. The 2 bottom ones are a shorter screw, so keep those separate. There. This comes out. Be careful with all these wires that are connected. There. So if you want, you can unplug these very gently with the ribbon ones. And they just pop out, they don't clip in. This one in the middle has a tab that does clip in, so make sure you squeeze that together before you pull it out. You can see right there. There, that's our whole top out. And that is where we're going to take the fader out. I'm going to take this plate off. Make sure you keep all those screws separated. There, it's taken out the old fader. And open our Viper Kitten fader. Now, we want ours to sit flush against this back, like this. So what you're going to do now is take this plate that you have the fader out now and screw it back on okay. Could probably do these by hand. Make it a little easier to guide it in there. There. So yeah, screw the plate back in, but without the fader attached. And then you're going to use these two inside holes on this plate as a guide to drill. So only if you're very confident should you attempt this next part. Okay, we're going to move this out of the way because we don't want to get any metal shavings in there. We need something for the, here we go, this will work. So that we don't drill into your table. There, now I should have some dimples for a guide. You could either leave this plate on until you drill all the way through, or you could remove it in case you want to hang on to the plate and not damage the size of the holes in it. I don't really care because I'm not going to put it back in, but I prefer to not have it while I finish this. There we go. There we go. I got a couple holes in there. I could go through the other side a little bit. You may want to do this on this side, because now I do have to deal with just this little bit of metal. See how it's created like a little bit of a lip? I'll get rid of that. Okay, I've smoothed those out a little bit. Now, put my fader here. Make sure you have it right side up, as you can tell from the print on here. Have it right side up. Now my holes line up perfectly. Get this. So yeah, just by using the plate that came with the mixer that the stock fader was on, I was able to make my template. There. Now my fader is installed on here. See? And we can now attach this back to the housing, the body. Okay, so now we're going to take this bottom cable, plug it into our fader. Boom. We'll plug this middle one with the clip back in. We'll do this ribbon really carefully because they're flimsy, and if you bend it or crease it, it will not work. So they are very tricky. Just be very careful when you slide that back in like a really flimsy credit card or something. We got this one on the side. It's a little trickier, a little less real estate to deal with now that the other two cables are plugged in. I'll be looking at it from the back side here, so you can't really see what I'm doing, but I can from behind. There. There. Now you can see that ribbon's plugged in. This ribbon, little plug, and fader. Now I'm gonna need to be careful because since these side screws aren't in, I probably could have left those, to be honest. Let's throw those back in before I start putting all this in there. Just so we have something to hold the body together here while I put the whole top plate back in. There. There we go. We'll do these middle ones. We'll hold it in place. And this does go down in a little bit, so there is room for these top screws. Don't worry about that. I'm doing the middle ones first, so we still have some teeter play to line up the other screws. I don't even have to put that in all the way just yet. Sometimes nice to leave all your screws a little loose, so you have a little bit of play when you're putting this many screws into a housing. So if you tighten them down all the way, you might have to really push and try and tweak it. But if you leave the screws semi-loose, thread them in halfway, then you're still able to have some flex and movability to get everything lined up just right. You're not fighting it. Make sure you get all these screws started and threading in. All right. Let me get this backside plate. As I'm noticing, I could have just left these front two on each side and the back two on each side, which was holding the body together. But I wasn't sure what was screwed into what until I started getting it apart. So really it seems like all you got to undo are these 3 on each side and then the 2 on the bottom, and you should be able to pull that out. There. Now that I've got all of these placed, I can switch back to power. We're going to do the top, front and back for, make sure the body is all nice and square. Nice and easy. All right. Do the rest of these. I'm gonna flip to the other side. I'm gonna do the bottom two, which are the short ones, remember? Really short ones. I have the applicator with this, so I don't actually have to take it all the way out. Nice. All right. Now we should be able to put this back on the top. And you know what? This is a dust cover. You may want it to keep dust from getting down in there. I take mine off because I don't like the resistance of the fader getting on there. So I get rid of mine. Now there's no resistance. Again, I'm gonna start these by hand. Halfway do them, just so nothing's too tight. Did my middle ones first, now I'm going corner to corner. Go up top, from the bottom, for corner to corner, back to the other corner. Now I can finish. I'm going to go back to the other one with the larger drill bit. So with the larger, or not drill bit, sorry, larger Phillips. As we have larger screws now. All right, start with my middle. By the way, you are going to have 2 extra screws left because the fader plate originally had